Hello, everyone, and welcome to WGLNA Season 2. And we just saw another victory. And that victory went to
the Cunninghams.
The Cunninghams, man. The wise swine. Huge shout out to Bernal Empires, though, since they are joining us for the first time in the league. They did make it over here from the Major League Championship Series Summer 2013. Make sure to get more information about the tournaments that are happening outside of WGLNA within World of Tanks at worldoftanks.com. A lot of cool ways that maybe your team could qualify for season number 3, and maybe, if you do well enough, get a trip to the finals. This season will be in Vegas, November 16th and 17th. We are in group play. We just started 3 weeks, tonight, tomorrow, Saturday and Sunday, and then the following 2 weeks after that, we'll be having some great World of Tanks play. The best of the best, top 16 teams here in North America. We just saw a great victory on Cliff. Yag Panther being brought. A lot of unconventional. I don't even want to say unconventional play anymore. I'm really liking what these teams are bringing to Season 2. It's really exciting.
Makes a lot of sense to their plans. If they were going to push out and be aggressive, I would have been like, Cunninghams, you guys do not belong in this situation. You should not be here. Do not do it. But how they played it out within the series, within the battle, made so much sense. They're up 2-0. Why risk it? If they're not ready for Cliffs, they could just put a Yag Panther. If they even are ready for Cliffs and they still just don't want to showcase their secret strategy, let's say they have Fulcrum next week, do that. Draw it out. Don't let it be seen, and then use it when you're not up 2-0. It just makes so much sense.
Well, let's go ahead and jump on over to our face-off for the captains of No Limit and Game Over. Gentlemen, how are you?
Pretty good.
Hey. Doing good as well.
Now, No Limit, Blasi, is that you that's representing your team?
Sure is.
All right, my friend. Now, you used to be Scurryhard, correct? But you're under a new banner?
Yes, we are.
Now, tell me about that. What happened, and how excited are you to be back in the league under a new team name?
Last year, we just kind of had some drama unfold, after the Fulcrum match, and, we just wanted to kind of start fresh. We redid our lineup, our roster a little bit, so might as well say, hey, we're going to go in a lot harder this season. Why not have a new face, kind of create a new image and just go all in, going hard.
And what was your overall thoughts of how you performed in Season 1?
Honestly, surprisingly, we did a lot better than what we expected during the regular season. I mean, we did not expect to go in only losing to Fulcrum. And then, honestly, we were doing good in Vegas, and then, we had some people that weren't used to, being up in the main light, so it happens though, but heck of an experience. So
great. Well, we look forward to seeing you guys can make it in Vegas again, and your teammates, I'm sure, will have a little bit better comprehension and understanding of what it's like to be on the main stage, because it can get daunting when those lights are on you and you're sitting at that computer and you're competing for a lot of money.
I still don't know how to do it. I'm in front of the lights all the time, man.
We had to teach Randall. He's doing all right.
Yeah. I was just like,
He's still got the hat.
Every night when I come onto stage, I just black out and hope that whatever I said.
He never remembers what we do.
I don't know.
That's why I have to take so many notes. All right, Gigmaster, you're joining us from Game Over. Are you the team captain of Game Over?
Well, actually, no, because as you might know, most of the team doesn't speak English. So I think I'm the only one able to at least try to communicate a little bit. So
and
it's a little bit of a challenge.
Is it Gondorfo that is your team leader?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay. Now, where are you all from? You say you don't speak English, so is this?
Yeah, we are all from Brazil. Basically, we are trying to to get along with everybody here. So
I don't speak Portuguese. Dang it!
No,
But
well, that's not easy.
I know Te amo, but I guess
that's going to get you so far, Andre.
Well, tell me a little bit more about your team, Game Over, and how excited are you to be participating in WGLNA?
Well, that's a challenge for us. So basically, we started to play together here with World of Tanks like less than a year ago. We don't even know each other personally, so it's been a kind of challenge. But so we're getting along very well. We're trying to do a good job. I'm pretty sure we still have to learn a lot. So we have a good goal. We're gonna try to do our best here. So.
Now, are there any teams down in Latin America that you've been able to scrimmage with? I mean, Cazadores is a big team from down there. Obviously, there's a bit of a language barrier between Portuguese and Spanish. But what is the Latin American scene like for World of Tanks? How would you describe it being down there in Brazil?
I think the first biggest challenge we have is about the communication, because it's pretty hard to compare our ability to game the play with the people in US. So basically, we're used to play the game with like 100, 150 ping every time. So that's our biggest challenge. But after that, every people that I talk about the game, everyone that I introduce the game, they like the game. They like very much the game. And I see a lot of Brazilians playing around today.
And is there anything you'd like to say to Blasi from No Limit before you start the match?
No, I'm not that type of guy, so just good luck.
Blasi, we're excited to have you back here in Season 2. We're excited to have your team here. Tofu Smurf is a friend of ours. He performs very well. You guys, your class acts. Do you have anything to say to Game Over? Do you have anything to say to your fans who'll be rooting for you here, WGLNA?
I think we'll be making them rethink their choice of name, after our match tonight. It might be kind of tough, having that name after you lose.
Oh, that's fine. That's fine. We're ready for that. We're really ready for that. So
let's do it then.
All right. No Limit. You have the higher seed, so you get to call the coin. Heads or tails?
Heads.
All right, it goes for heads, and the coin toss is heads. Do you choose the map or do you defer?
We will defer.
Defer over to Game Over. Gigmaster, what is your map of choice? Gigmaster, we lost you on microphone. Did you mute your mic at all? Can you still hear us?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Oh, okay. So we're gonna take Runeberg.
Ruinberg.
Oh,
Ruinberg.
baby.
We haven't seen that map yet. And Blasi, what will be your position?
We'll be south.
South. No Limit will take south on Ruinberg. Game Over will take north. Gentlemen, good luck.
Thanks.
I really love the attitude of Gigmaster. That's such a great attitude to go into a game and consistently be learning. I've met a lot of competitive players in my lifetime, and it's normally the people that think they're the best or they're really good at the game that are actually not and don't go that far.
It's that pride.
Yeah, it's the pride that gets in the way from you not only playing well, but learning more about the game, advancing yourself as a player, as a team, and that's something that even if Game Over, let's say they go 0-7 this season, I know they'll be taking a lot from this tournament, and maybe we'll see them next season or whatever it might be, playing really well. I'm looking forward to see how well they do, though.
North side, red team is going to be Gondorful along with Game Over. To the south side, as we see on the screen, is the blue team No Limit being led by Blasi. What do we have for tanks, Fritor?
Two 5100s, two IS-3s, and a single 1390 on the side of No Limit, aka Scurry Hard. On the other side, we have three 5100s, a T-32, and a 1390 from Game Over. Big shout out to our friend Tofu Smurf, who actually saved our broadcast in one of the qualifiers. I'll just do the quick story. Basically, some of our casters were stuck in traffic for 17 hours, basically. They weren't able to get to the cast, and Tofu Smurf came all the way from Irvine. I don't know how he did it.
He beat the traffic.
He
He knows how to drive in
yeah.
LA.
Huge shout out to him. Great guy, great player.
He casted for 5 hours straight with us. Like, who does
First
that?
time. First time he did it too.
Yeah.
So
Also,
rough.
Especially with you, Rootkill.
Oh.
No, I'm just kidding. It was a great time.
Clutch,
and
we're
huge
not
shout out
supposed
to
to say that stuff on cast. Just say that to behind his back.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
right. Okay. I like being up front with people, and I like being up front when they do a good job and also a bad job. That's
Thank
the
you for
Don
being
Draper in
upfront.
me. I am up front with people.
So normal west side, east side pushes. North normally goes to the east side, and the south normally goes to the west side. And we'll see. I mean, normally the south side has the more aggressive options because they have the option to cap if they want to. And currently, how Game Over is positioned, as you can see all over on the east side, they are not set up. Okay, they're a little bit set up to defend cap, but they're pretty spread out at
They're
the same
ready.
time.
They're ready for it. They're set up in that position to defend their cap. They've got tanks in position to react properly and get the fire. They'll have to maneuver a little bit, but
Actually,
they're more ready than some
Stay
teams.
on
we've
this
seen.
screen because this is really important. The blind fire that's coming out of these IS-30s. They're trying to pick off any T1s that might be hiding inside of the main bushes all the way across the cap. And you can see on the mini-map, there's clearly some T1s, maybe a 1390 back there. I'm not sure. Pretty sure this is a T1 all the way in the bottom right-hand corner. But there are definitely tanks that they can be hitting, so this makes a lot of sense, and I like what we're seeing from Sea Otter, Defiler of Seals, and Picnic Basket.
I wish I could listen to their comms right now, because they're probably like, that bush, right? No, the one to the right. The one, the green one? No, the yellow one. Just sitting there talking about which bush.
The spread for the red team, most of their powerhouse tanks are back to the north side of the TIE Fighter on the map, but they do have in the bush RG Colorado. And then Enrique Dante and the T-32 could set up any type of flank if they do try to push towards the flag cap. So defensive mode right now for the red team, which is game over. No Limit has a bit of a better map spread, but the 1T1 to the south is able to see if he can flank or scout any tanks on that side. I guess this is going to be a lot of information gathering for the next minute and 50 seconds. And I don't know if a trigger is going to be pulled within that amount of time, but once we see that 5-minute mark pass, usually a lot of these team leaders will say, okay guys, if there's a time to make a move, it's going to be now, especially since the 8-point rule is no longer in place.
Well, we might see something out of Blasi as he is in the southeast, along with another red light tank, which is also in the southeast. I don't know what light tank this is. I guess it's probably a 1390, from what I saw of that maneuverability, but it could just be a T1.
It's a T1.
It's a T1, so if Blasi discovers this T1's out here, we could see a little advantage shift, but it looks like this T1 very smartly is gonna kind of slip away.
And that's G-Master.
Lucky for him. And it looks like he's gonna, is he hiding himself in the...
There's not that many G's, Clutch.
I know, but it sounds so cool.
Game Master.
It reminds me of Combo Breaker for some reason. But he is going to go towards the south side, down the 6 line here, using and hugging the buildings. Again, positional play, T1s, gathering information. 5 minutes, 46 seconds left on the clock. You want to find out where the tanks are not at.
What?
And that's what he's doing.
Oh, look at this.
This chance movement.
Yeah, Son of Hail is pushing up, and Blaz is going to be covering him.
So many Z's in there. Anyways, Drac Hero is following Gigmaster down in the 1390, and this could be the trigger that they need to pull.
Oh,
Okay,
Blasi looks like he's going to spot them.
Yeah.
Come on, Blasi.
Nope. He's too far away.
He's going to do it.
No.
Yes.
There it is.
Now they spotted each other. Drac Hero is going to turn around and set up his turret for the approach. Blaz is going to back off and move around the other side. Shot does ring out, but it's a miss.
Both miss. And nobody looks like they're coming back right now to defend with Blasi.
I see tanks moving
south.
south.
Yep, I see a lot of tanks moving south.
Oh, misses. Drac Hero just maneuvering around Blasi's vision really
Gigmaster
nicely.
still left alive.
But the big advancement is actually coming in here now. The cap has been started.
Drake Hero does take 2 hits coming from the side. Tofu Smurf and Squirrel Tag line up those shots. RG Colorado takes down a floppy giraffe, and now Enrique Dante in the T-32 trying to hold down behind that truck. Shot does fire. Does it hit? Might have been a bounce. No, it's not. Sea Otter does take some damage, but so does Enrique Dante as the truck he was waiting on, or in front of, does go down. Shots ringing out from his side flank, but now here comes Nip 100 and the 5100. Who are they gonna focus on?
Wow.
He does shoot Picnic Basket, but he's gonna move on to Sea Otter Defilers, and Enrique is actually focusing on the other IS-3. Enrique, why are you not shooting the lower health IS-3 to your left?
Both of them one shot away. They're double tap on both of those tanks. Sea Otter Defiler Seal will be taken out as well. And it looks like at the end of all of this, it's pretty even. Well, no, it's not.
No,
even.
it's
I'm sorry.
It's over. I think it's cleanup time.
Because it's cleanup time. Tofu Smurf, the last 5100, the last tank. Nope, just heavy tank.
Oh, they have the 1390 from Blasi that could circle a corner here. Maybe get a shot against Gandorfo. Or Tofu Smurf is going to be some serious troubles. That T-32, a lot of T-32 played tonight. Makes me a very happy person. And that 5100 will go down. But Blasi, the 1390, surrounding Gandorfo, at least getting a shot on him from the side. And Gandorfo and his 5100, if he is not careful here, he could go down. But this is the last-ditch effort here. Tofu Smurf barely any health left alive. He goes down against Enrique, and it's only Blasi left alive.
Hero mode, Blasi, do it.
For No Limit.
1390 hero mode.
Oh, this is very heroic. But
whoa! What? Shot misses, but T-32 is able to crash in. Blasi gets the kill against the 5100. He's got a bite left to it.
Can he dodge the shot, though?
No, he can't. 54 HP left on Blasi. Like a ninja, he's going to try to get out of there, but that T-32 could reload just in time. Gandorfo gets the final kill, and battle number 1 goes to the unproven but very satisfactory game over.
Pretty impressive.
Impressive, intriguing, and
Blase could not pass go. Could not collect $200.
he could not.
And here we go. 5100s, 2 of them, 2 IS-3s and T-69 on the side of No Limit. The other side, we have 3 5100s and 2 IS-3s. And it's interesting, I actually like the T-69 pickup this time around because there are so many 5100s. It makes sense when it's like this, but if there's a lot of IS-3s, that T-69 going to be very ineffective.
I agree with the flanking damage of the T-69, also the mobility, because of setting up those flanks and getting a couple shots against the 5100 and then getting out of there instead of trying to engage fully in the 5100 is crucial for later in the game if you have that HP advantage. And that could be very, very good with that T-69 play. Now, we're looking at a defensive setup right here for Game Over and the rest of his crew, as they have taken a bit of the west side on the railroad tracks, but more to the northern position. They have not pushed any farther than the D line with one of their T1s, and hill play is going to be preeminent from the No Limit team.
Picnic Basket all the way on the high ground alongside 2 5100s are going to push across the hill. They're going to do some hill games, take a lot of control, and probably around 75% of the map. Now, as soon as they realize, okay, everybody's in the northwest-hand position, there should be a pretty big advance on Tank Alley, and then eventually just trying to reposition them and claim even more of the map.
That could be indeed what they do, and if there's any type of cross play, even though the shots would be very difficult coming from the hill, trying to land anything moving across that 3 line down to the south, but no tank is moving past that D line now, as we have one of those medium tanks, T-69,
Here it is.
moving across right through the castle.
That is such an important look right there. The Picnic Basket just looking out over this D line.
It's a great
Basically
place
sit-
for a picnic, too.
Yeah, well, goodness gracious. You just blew my mind,
I
Clutch.
know, man.
But look at this. I get to see everything that happens on this D line. Come over to my screen. Thank you. And I can see everything over here. This basically says, well, where can they be if they're not over here and they're not on the hill? Can they be back over here? Well, I can even see a little bit over
You can
there.
see into the cap. T-69
Yeah, that's
can
true.
spot tanks in the cap. Tanks below there, it's kind of iffy to get
it's hard.
spotting.
It's
but
hard.
you can spot a few tanks in about like C8.
But normally when you see nothing on the D line and you're playing 7x42, I would say 95% of the time, they're all the way back near the train station. I mean, this is what we see so many different times, and this should be a very common reaction. Look at what we see. Every single one of the T8 tanks are just going down to Tank Alley, and there's going to be a big Tank Alley push because they know that there's a very defensive Game Over.
Gig Master
They are
in the
pinging
T1 is not going to scout that. It might be RG Colorado. What were you going to say, Rookhill?
I'm just noticing pinging coming out of No Limit. They're pinging. They actually pinged right where one of the T1s is in D8. So they're talking right now, at least from what I can tell, No Limit's discussing about how they're going to take the east side area from A5 down to D8. They're actually moving a T1 in, Son of Hail, to, I think, do some proxy spotting to verify that they didn't miss anything, that no one was below the view of that T-69. And it looks like Son of Hail is going to just be that advanced scout. And a push should come out in just a moment from No Limit.
That could happen, but he does scout through the courtyard. Now he's going to go down the center line. And I wonder if they will try to push a little bit farther. They're going to play a little bit safe because now they're in the mental state of being down a battle.
Yeah.
And that could make them hesitate. And with that type of hesitation, that is how you can lose. And I hope that that's not the case with this team because they have a lot of experience. Now, Floppy Giraffe in the T1 is spotted.
T1
He's
goes
able
down.
to take down Gigmaster.
Nice job,
Son of
Floppy.
Hail is spotted from Colorado, though, turning that corner.
And Colorado is spotted in return. It looks like there's going to be a huge push of all the T8s from No Limit right down the middle, right across the courtyard. This is a bit delayed. This is about the same place Fulcrum went to initially. Fulcrum took the leap to kind of make this move at the beginning of the map when they lost, but it looks like after a few minutes it might work out in the favor of No Limit. They are figuring out one of the answers to this position. They're going to make an approach on the D line and on the B line, possibly. Yep, splitting their forces a little bit. It's going to be really, really tricky to make this work. It's going to take a lot of coordination.
I don't know, Rookkill. Every time we do this with Togs, it works out 100% of the time.
Well,
So.
Enrique Dante in the IS-3 takes down the T1. And scouting-wise, Floppy Giraffe's the only one scouted for the red team. Still nothing has been spotted yet. As the blue team creeps closer and closer, will they pull that trigger on the flag capture? Nothing is happening yet for the red team. They don't spot anything. They do ping, telling the T1, RG Colorado, to move around the corner to see where they're at. He doesn't see anything yet. This positional play of the blue team is impeccable right now, and there's a trigger being pulled. Now they do bait it out. One shot does ring out, but it does not land, and this is going to force the red team, game over, to readjust and hopefully get some good shots in. But this could be a dramatic finish, a dramatic turnaround, as they already land a couple shots here, resetting the flag cap, as Drake Hero is trying to spot Sea Otter and Pigman Bassett down the line. Does get a shot to get Piston back to get what one shot does ring out and bounces off his IS-3.
Yeah, they're just looking for different ways to set this up. You can see the reverse angling by both Blasi and Sea Otter Defiler Seals. And the 250-100s are just buying a little bit more time, but now finally they're going to be initiated against Tofu Smurf down to 715 hit points. And it looks like Enrique Dante is coming in with tanking Daka, as we've seen before. Big shot, 402 damage being done to him. And now here's the big engagement. But the Son of Hail already went down. That is actually a pretty critical shot that they're going to use here. Of course, that's wasted damage.
And Drake Hero, Gandorfo going to push in now, trying to defend their flag cap. They're going to get some shots against Blasi. Drake Hero actually missed in his IS-3. Blasi's going to focus on the 5100, and he's going to try to be in a reverse angle, but they're going to push in around that corner. No teammates are there to help him out, but he is surviving some serious hits here in his IS-3, angling that armor to get those bounces.
Doing a good job, but you have to be firing at the IS-3, not the 5100. There's no way that you can actually kill him. So go for the IS-3
these bounces
before you actually die. But surprisingly, he's able to stay alive. Now coming in for the kill shot. Drac Hero just one shot away, and down he goes. Blasi 2v1ing. Are you kidding me?
He's not. Look at all the bounces on the front of his armor. Incredible play by Blasi using the IS-3 armor advantage. And here comes Sea Otter Defiler of Seals, excuse me, trying to turn the corner.
How could you mess that?
I apologize. Gandorfo is going to be lit up here. Looks like somebody paid his power bills. The IS-3s will continue those volley of shots into that weak armor.
Another track shot, or another missed shot, now finally taking out Blasi. Gandorfo, he's probably going to be, he's reloaded now. They need to shoot him, but Sea Otter Defiler Seals, no!
Wow!
And Tofu Smurf, the last 5100, can he do it? He has one shot on good. Oh my god, he can do it. He can do it. But there's a cap going on the other side. This is getting so incredibly exciting. Tofu Smurf cannot lock his eyes away from this position. He now has to go back to defend his cap. But that's going to give position for the rest of the red team to get shots on Tofu Smurf. He has to go up Tank Alley. And look at this. As soon as he crosses the D line, boom.
Thinking down to try to line up the shots.
He didn't get the shot.
What? Tofu Smurf still on the run, trying to get to that T1 Cunningham at the flag cap. Tanking Daka will turn the corner. He may be able to get the shot fired against the 5100. He disappears, though. Is he going to go for the blind shot? Nope. He's able to cruise across close to the fountain, trying to line it up.
Oh my god, he gets it! That is so sick!
Oh my
Are you kidding me?
What a shot.
Are you kidding me? There was a lined up shot for tanking Daka, but not for Tofu Smurf, and Tofu Smurf is the one to get it. He can still pull this off.
50 seconds, 45 seconds left in the match.
Is this going to be a draw? Is this going to be a draw?
Maybe.
Oh my goodness. Tofu Smurf getting into position.
Tofu move.
He doesn't know. Oh, Gandorfo got this shot! 2-0 for game over. An exciting finish to Himmelstar.
Wow! Tofu Smurf trying to land that shot on the run, fired straight across that fountain.
Oh, man.
And we thought maybe he could do it, but just around the corner, Gandorfo, with his magical wizard powers, was able to get that final hit. I have to say, Game Over is impressing the heck out of myself, and I'm sure the rest of the people watching. This map has been incredible so far, seeing the type of play happening here.
Yeah. game over, up 2-0. Would you have ever believed it? After, let's be honest, No Limit has been playing really well in WGLNA Season 1, but here we go. Pershing, 2 T-69s at 1398 and WZ-132 on the side for No Limit. On the other side, we have Gandorfo, I'm reading the wrong thing, 3 T-69s and 2 1390s on the side of Game Over. So a much more conventional style, I would say, for Game Over.
I'm going to predict that WZ-132 is going to have a very important part to play past the 4-minute mark on this map.
I feel like he's going to have a bad time because he's loading the 85mm cannon. Blasi choosing that cannon. I feel like the 100mm is a stronger choice for a gun on the WZ-132 right now. They nerfed the heat rounds on the 85, so it wasn't a huge nerf, but it reduces the pen to a point where you're going to see WZ-132 rounds just bounce on track shots. If he shoots the side of a 1390, some of those shots are just going to fizzle.
I didn't say that he was going to have an advantage at that time.
Oh, I'm just saying I think he's going to have a bad time.
Well, it could go either way because
Yeah.
I like always the choice, the WZ-132, because of the different tactics. A lot of people say the 1390 is a better choice, but it's the degree of advantage that there's a little bit of overlap, but there's different degrees of having
It comes into play style.
Yeah, the playstyle and also situations. But Nip 100 looked like a shot rang out, but did not land against him. As he is in the center of the village, we're going to see some East versus West play. The spread of the blue team of No Limit is not very far. They're playing a little bit more defensive here at the beginning. But they do have one of their light tanks towards the middle of the map here. Is that one of the T1s or is that one of the 1390s or the WZ-1? It looks like it's a WZ-132 cruising around here.
Yeah, it's Blasi in his WZ-132. I do want to make an important note that Blasi was actually statistically the best all-around tanker. And so far we've seen him in the IS-3 just last battle, 2v1 on Himmelsdorf, and now he's over in a completely different tank, a WZ-132 that plays so differently. And if we look at the statistics, not only how he shares his health, how he just plays his tanks overall, Blasi is #1 by a large margin.
Wow. So it's not that he does the best in any single tank.
Correct.
It's that he's the best well-rounded. He does.
Correct.
Okay.
I think
Yes.
he'll do great in a T-32 then. That's a jack of all trades.
You know,
tank.
we might have. I don't think we actually saw him in a T-32 much. He actually was playing the scout while the rest of his teammates were in that fantastic tank.
You know, normally here I would insert a joke about how you know, he doesn't play T-32 because that's a bad tank. But guess what, Clutch? Turn in a new leaf, T-32. No comments.
All right.
The conversion of Greetorp, ladies and gentlemen. Everybody mark the dates. October the 3rd, 2013. Greetorp said there's no cons to the T-32. All right, Gig G Master at the top in his T1. Able to spot the other T1 just around the corner. A floppy giraffe is spotted on the map, but no shot's going to ring out because the two can't really see each other over the railroad tracks. And that's going to be a stalemate between the two tanks for a while as Gig Master is able to scout anything else approaching from the north side, which will be nothing as the rest of the tanks have moved past the D line, or almost past the D line, the E line, the F line, and in the hotel and kilo line, we have some more tanks, but again, nobody is moving past that line between 4 and 5 here, except Floppy Giraffe.
He did proxy spot to 1390, just making a run, but nothing of importance really. I mean,
This is East-West, just like last season.
standard.
Both teams not really having answer. This is so much, though, like the strats we've seen out of No Limit. Remember last time they did this with T-32s? Now they're doing this strat with T-69s and a Pershing.
Uh-oh.
So it's the same
You done
approach.
good for
This-
Floppy Giraffe.
Yep, Floppy Giraffe gets surrounded, and Enrique Dante is able to get the kill. And now they're going to push in with the 1390. Enrique Dante is going, you know what, guys? I think we can do it. Blasi taking some shots. And now Enrique Dante will peek the corner. No, he won't. He'll go back down. And that is going to be one tank down for No Limit.
Yeah, I think Enrique Dante will have to live down there for quite a long time because as soon as he steps up over that hill, he's immediately going to be taken out. Son of Hail now taken out at the opposite side of the map. And it looks like a storm is brewing, guys. In the center of the map, you can see all 5 Tier 8 tanks lined up, ready to fight.
And Squirrel Tag gets tagged himself. Enrique Dante maybe let me a shot against Blasi, and he does, and he's going to go back down the corner. Blasi was looking trying to cover Tofu Smurf and his Pershing moving across. Now Enrique Dante feels confident against Blase. He does take a hit himself. Blase in the WZ-132 is not an autoloader. Enrique is.
One shot.
And he does go down. Enrique Dante. 4-minute, 55-second mark. The WZ-132 goes down. My prediction comes true. This will turn it around.
I said he was going to have
here.
a bad time.
And I called the time.
Oh.
I called the time and when it was going to happen to WZ-132.
I think you also called that one-line Ensk push from Fulcrum.
I won't take credit for that.
I think you did. I think you did.
I called it.
Oh, it was you?
No, but I'll say that I
Hey,
called
if you
it.
want to give it to me, I'll take it.
Hey, you've been full of some pretty good calls today.
All right. Well, tanking Dak on the T-69 is pulling back across, but he will move over the railroad tracks to get those lineup shots as they're trying to focus on Enrique Dante and Drac Hero. He does, but Picnic Basket hits a shot against him. 369, 1350. One more trailing shot as he pulls back, but it's not enough. The blue base is under attack. The aggression from Game Over. Again, positional play is huge this entire day today, but Gandorfo just unloading with his T-69 is able to circle Scroll Tag, tanking Daka. Not able to land another shot against Squirrel Tag. He may be reloading himself as Gandorfo, maybe in the same scenario here. Squirrel Tag trying to line up one more shot. But he is focusing on the AMX 1390 instead of the T-69. But Enrique Dante in his 1390 is going to land another shot. He does get the final kill, but Drac Hero takes down Squirrel Tag. And that's it, folks. Game over are your victors. A upset indeed, as the seasoned team, No Limit, formerly Scurry Hard, goes down 0.
I would never have called it.
Wow.
Today is full of upsets.
It is,
And-
for us and for chat.
And Game Over, Game Over. They were saying it in the beginning stages in the face-off. And it's like, oh yeah, we're just here to learn. We're really excited to be in here. And they're like, we're gonna 3-0 these noobs.
Crush
as
them.
soon as
They-
as
you
soon as they leave the
You
Skype
asked
chat.
them. You'd have crushed them.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Wow, man. Wow, I am blown away.
this new team has a face, and that face is a face of victory in battle number 1.
Yeah.
And I really look forward to see how they're going to perform for the rest of the season now.
And now, do you know what they're saying to Blasey?
What's that?
Game over.
Well done, well done. Randall, I want to get your thoughts. Position, everything on Pro Horfka for that map.
It was an east-west. We saw just the same old thing out of No Limit as well. Last season they were Scurry Hard, but almost the same movements and approach to the map. And we saw Game Over kind of make the right moves a little bit just before No Limit was able to get into the positions. I don't know if they studied their opponent. It didn't seem like they were hard countering them in any way, but they were reacting and being proactive in a manner that really did work against No Limit in a very good way. Just shut them down.
That proactivity was important, and shutting down any tank when they could, even peeking across. That shot that Blasey had, if I'm in Blasey's shoes, I would have done the same thing, covering Tofu Smurf moving toward the railroad, but Enrique went, bop, got him, then just went right back down. It seems that simple, but that comes down to almost a sixth sense feeling with these different players on the map. You do scout another 5100 or the Pershing that he was in going across that way. It was really, really impressive to see that. But you know what, guys? Here's an instant replay as we can see that, as Enrique is able to try to trail those shots against Blasey. There's Tofu Smurf again, moving with the Pershing. He's already got the shot lined up, and he's trying to lock him down here. And when you get that isolation on this map, yes, he is exposed. Enrique is exposed to some fire coming across, but he lands those shots. And he goes, hey, nobody's shooting at me because they're focusing on the railroad. And that's how they're able to get the surround and get into that positional play more to the west. Really, really good play.
Such map awareness right there, recognizing that there was no one to help that WZ-132. The WZ-132 can't really 1v1 at 1390 at that range.
You can't 1v1 anything unless it's clipping.
If it's on the move, theoretically a 132 could. I mean,
My 132 could one-on-one at 1390.
You think so?
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
I
A
don't know.
1390 doesn't need all of his shells to kill.
I know.
Like think, my play if I'm
got
going up
jukes,
against
man.
a 1390,
Jukes.
I got jukes.
If you
all
could
I'm
juke.
looking to do is ram into your track
Yeah.
the whole time.
If you can catch me.
Catch me if
I
you
have to
can.
keep turning. That's all I have to do. My traverse speed has a higher degree than you do.
He's right about that. That's a great.
He's-
That's actually a huge point when you're in
I've
a
seen your
WZ-132.
WZ-132. You are for sure the what is his name? The Leonardo DiCaprio to my Tom Hanks in terms of catching you.
That's right. That's right. I learned how to be a lawyer and all sorts of things. All right, we're going to take a quick break. If you don't understand that reference, that was from Catch Me If You Can, a film that they did back
Fantastic.
in the 2000s, early 2000s. I was still in high school when that came out. Down memory lane. All right, let's take a quick break as we get ready for the next match. And that match is going to be, ladies and gentlemen, Cat Fast Nation versus Pupstar. Stay tuned.